tourist hit by lava bomb from Hawaii's Kilauea volcano faces grueling surgeries. A young woman whose pelvis and leg were crushed when basketball-sized lava bombs hit her tour boat thought she was dying. Jessica Tilton was the worst injured of 23 people hit by the molten debris that rained down on the hot spot off Hawaii's Big Island on July 16. The boat sailed 250 yards from where lava was flowing into the ocean about 500 yards offshore, causing an explosion that showered the vessel. The 20-year-old will be in a Honolulu hospital for months and still can't sit up in a wheelchair after multiple surgeries and rehab. "I thought it was encased in lava. I thought I was dying," she recalled. The ball of lava that hit her was about 2 feet in diameter and punched through the boat's roof. The Coast Guard does not allow tour boats to come less than 328 yards from lava entering the ocean from Kilauea volcano. However, the hot spot was much closer as its captain Shane Turpin had a special license allowing experienced operators to come within 55 yards. "It was too close for comfort," she said, adding that she expected it would be farther away. The exceptional licenses were revoked in response to the incident, according to the Coast Guard. Ms. Tilton and her family went on the lava tour on the second to the last day of their Hawaii vacation celebrating her parents' 25th wedding anniversary. Her mother, who gets seasick, stayed on land. Sitting near a railing, Ms. Tilton turned to cover one of her sisters when the glowing rock hit. 2 surgeons who were on the boat came to her aid, along with an emergency medical technician who also was injured. "It took more than an hour to get back to shore on rough seas, the longest hour of my life," she said. Ms. Tilton had to take a leave of absence from the fall semester of her junior year at Bradley University in Illinois. As a contemporary and lyrical jazz dancer, she hopes she can heal and return to a normal life. Her parents, Rob and Teresa Tilton, from Washington, Illinois, have stayed in Honolulu while their oldest daughter is hospitalized. "I revisit it every moment. There's a lot of what-ifs," Mr. Tilton said. Turpin said that he and his tour group had been in the area for about 20 minutes making passes of the sea entry about 1,640 feet offshore. Turpin did not observe any major explosions, so he navigated his vessel closer, to about 748 feet from the lava. "As we were exiting the zone, all of a sudden everything around us exploded," he said. "It was everywhere." An investigation is underway into whether Turpin violated any rules. Another family described the scene on board the hot spot as mayhem as tourists began to scream and cry. Kamin Lee, his wife Dawn, and their children Erica and Christopher were having the time of their lives on the pre-dawn lava ocean tour before disaster suddenly struck. Video taken by passengers, including Lossie Maiden, showed the horrifying moment the lava bomb punctured the roof and sent red-hot rocks raining all over the boat. "It was mayhem. You heard screaming and crying and just total, lava rock pelting us," Don Lee told KTLA. Kaming, a trauma surgeon who lives with his family in Redlands, said the lava bomb landed on a woman in the boat and was still glowing when it hit the ground. Don feared that the rock would be so hot that it would burn through the bottom of the boat, but the captain and crew quickly wrapped it up and threw it overboard. As everyone rushed to the side of the boat that was furthest from the shoreline, she worried that the entire boat might capsize. "You could feel the heat and the steam coming up and the sulfuric fumes," she told ABC News. "You could feel it bubbling. I thought for a moment that this was it, this is how it's going to go," Kaming said. "It was a terrifying moment." Dawn briefly became separated from her children and said she started going into survival mode. "I was just like, oh my God, I've got to get to my kids," she recalled. "I started game planning in my mind. The life vests. Who can swim? If we go over, how do we keep ourselves from the shore?" Christopher had told his sister he feared the boat was getting dangerously close to the volcano just seconds before the explosion. He immediately got on the ground when the lava bomb hit, covering his neck as he got pelted with rocks in his arms and legs. Christopher suffered 3rd-degree and 2nd-degree burns to his calf and shins but said he felt glad to be alive. After helping his family, Kaming began to treat people on board amid the chaos. "I used to be a trauma surgeon at USC. "I've seen a lot of things. This was just crazy," he said. He tended to plenty of burns and abrasions, as well as one woman in her 20s who was hit by the lava bomb and had suffered a fractured femur. Officials said of the 23 people who were injured on board, 4 had to be hospitalized. None suffered life-threatening injuries. Kilauea is sending as much as 26 times the amount of lava per second to the sea than it did during the 2016-17 eruption. The volcano has been erupting continuously for the past 35 years. In May its eruption entered a new phase when it began spurting lava through newly formed fissures in a residential neighborhood as destroyed 700 homes. Until now, the only serious injury was to a man who was hit by flying lava that broke his leg while he was on land. Despite the traumatic experience, the Lee family said they planned to finish their summer vacation in Hawaii before returning to California at the end of the week. But one thing Dawn definitely won't be bringing back is the rock that hit her on the boat. "I'm going to leave it back for the gods of Pele," she said, "so that we have no more bad juju."